I'm here down in Borkham at the site where the fracking is continuing to go on. I'm here with Tammy Smead. She's a local lady. Hi, Tammy. How you doing, babe? Are you well?
I'm not bad. I'm tired today, but I'm all right.
How long you been here for?
It's a week now. A week.
Okay, well, there are probably lots of members of public out there that probably don't understand what the word fracking is. Let's explain a little bit about it. They're pushing water into the ground.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah, lead.
Yep.
Mercury.
Yeah, and it's all carcinogenic as well.
Yeah, it's non-biodegradable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as far as we read up, between 30 and 50% of those chemicals will stay in the ground. Is that right?
And then they'll cover the hole up, and over time those chemicals come back up and they're radioactive. But another problem is that it poisons water supplies. So if people want to go and research the images of fracking, where you can turn your tap on and then set fire to the water pretty much because the gas is coming out your water supply.
Yeah. Now, formaldehyde obviously is probably a name that a lot of our readers will think, wow, I've heard that name, where have I heard it from? That's what causes child defects, isn't it?
Yeah, that as well, yeah.
And now what's...
probably move out the way.
We'll move out the way, move this way. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so this morning some activists turned up in a very old antique fire engine that they use for festivals. They pulled up and blocked the driveway. They were inside, they remained very peaceful, but they just obstructed the road. And it took them like 6 hours to get them out because they were locked with D-locks inside as well, and to get the truck out of the way. So we're really happy because Cordrilla have got like absolutely no work done today at all. None. Nothing's happening.
Some people might say, well, you're just costing the taxpayer more money by delaying these tactics. What would you say to that?
Well, then I'd say if Cordrilla were not here trying to poison us and kill off our wildlife, we would have absolutely no need to be here anyway. And the police actually, they're standing on public land, so they're doing security work because they are, as you've just seen, they're escorting the trucks in, and this is a job for a private security firm, not for our police who should be out crime fighting and stuff. And it's already cost, I think the Times said, like £1 million already. And most of the time they're standing there just doing absolutely nothing.
It's a hot day to do nothing on as well.
Hot day to do nothing. And I mean, inside behind the gate they've got G4S, the security group G4S, and that's the same security group that are currently trying to overtake our police by privatisation. So it's a really difficult situation.
Now, people might turn around and say, well, hold on a minute, we don't do politics normally, but obviously it's something we're going to have to talk about today. Well, the government have said it's okay, so surely it's okay. But actually, we did a bit of investigation into fracking, and fracking was what caused the tremors when they did it in the sea, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it also, this rig that's in there now, Cordrilla only have one rig, and this is the same rig that caused 2 earthquakes in Lancashire when they were doing exploratory fracking, which is what they're doing in there now when they say it doesn't cause any problems, but it did in Lancashire. And if you look into it going on in America, and lots of countries are starting to ban it now because it's bad.
Now, it's going to take 400 trucks full of water to complete this task, and it could be done up to 18 times, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I haven't seen their permit at the minute, but it kind of depends on what the licence says, really, and what that allows them to do. But you know, you said about not getting political, you can't avoid it with fracking because Lord Brown has massive amounts of shares in this fracking company, and then he is also the advisor to the UK government on the safety of fracking. So there's a really serious sort of conflict of interest.
Yeah, that is, isn't it?
It's really bad. It's bad news.
Yeah. We don't particularly like hypocrites ourselves.
No,
That's got nothing to do with being political. But
don't like them.
No, I just don't like them. Don't like them. We do try and stay as neutral as possible. Obviously, what we're trying to do here today is to give everybody the facts of what's going on here today, and obviously to say, you know, that you're not here just to be a nuisance. You're here because you believe that what they're doing could be amazingly really dangerous down the line. We're talking maybe 5 years on, aren't we?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, 5 years down the line is 5 years down the line. It shouldn't be 5 years, 6 months, 2 weeks, 10 years at all.
Yeah, no.
It shouldn't be.
I do agree with that
the bat population's having trouble now because they're putting these big floodlights on all around it at night, and you know, bats are nocturnal. They come out at night and they sleep when it's daylight. They don't have good eyesight. They sense the light. So now what's happening is that you're not seeing a lot of bats now lately because it's light. So they're not coming out, and then they're not coming out in the morning because it's light again, so they're never coming out at all, which is real. And they've got gold-crested newts here. We'd have a little fish around the wildlife and having a look. And gold-crested newts are also endangered, and yet they've still been granted the licence.
Well, what can you say, really? Sadly, sometimes, or most of the times, it all comes down to money, doesn't it? We know that. We do indeed. There are a lot of people that are saying, well, we need to get energy resources from somewhere.
It'll only last a few years.
But at the end of the day, there is also wind turbine and the sea and solar that they could have. Yeah. Why are they choosing this option? Do you know?
Because it's quicker and it makes more money. Really, it's what I think anyway, personally. I think it's because it's quicker.
But it costs millions to do this process.
Yeah, but the amount of money they can make. Did you hear the Financial Times have been saying that the market's starting to suffer because Cordula are not getting it done. So there's a lot of other companies and shareholders and other companies involved in this. And they're all making money, yeah.
And they're counting on this being on time.
Yeah, they need this to happen, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'd really like to thank you today, Sammy, for talking to us. No problem at all. Lovely to see you again. And at the end of the day, if you believe in something strong enough, you've got to stand by it, and that's what Tammy and all her colleagues here are doing. Yeah. And you've got to show some sort of respect just for that alone. Obviously, if you don't believe in fracking, then by all means look it up on the internet yourself. There are loads of internet websites and some great details on fracking. And I have to say, what we found out ourselves was pretty scary. It was pretty scary. Now, I've heard that there are more sites in and around Crawley that are earmarked. Is that right?
If you go into that information tent over there, there's a map in there. It's called Meet the Frackers. And you might see on there. If not, you can probably look online on an ordnance survey or something.
Excellent. So look out on an ordnance, go and have a look on the ordnance survey yourself to find out whether or not fracking is going to be coming to town near you, and make your own mind up. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to say whether it's right or wrong. We're just here to say these people think it's wrong. Do you? Have a little look. Thank you very much.